NBA 2K26 Community Day is right around the corner, and I'm gonna give y'all what to expect, some inside information about what happens in the background, and what to expect to see footage and information and stuff from Community Day. Now, some of y'all might know I went to Community Day last year, and I'm telling you, it was a fun, cool experience, and if I got the opportunity, I'd be excited to go again. But the first thing that I want to let y'all know is Community Day is actually this week. Guaranteed set this week. Now, when I went to Community Day last year, we actually flew in that Wednesday, the week of Community Day, and then we ended up leaving that Friday. Wednesday is the day you get to kind of go around, check out the city. Thursday is the actual day you test the game and you spend hours on the game, but we'll get into that a little bit more later on in the video. And then Friday, they packed us up and got us up out of there. Now, in NBA 2K24's Community Day, these guys actually got there on Thursday, actually got to test the game, or not test the game because it's not really testing it. They got to play the game on Friday and then they came back Saturday. And I think even though NBA 2K23's Community Day, they got there on like Friday and came back on the Sunday. So we should start seeing stuff from like the swag bag, the different gifts that 2K gives the creators when they come in. People should start posting those on Twitter, probably about the earliest Wednesday, and then maybe you might see some Thursday or Friday if the Community Day event is pushed later in the week. Now, let me give y'all an understanding of how this whole thing works. When you get there, you come into a hotel lobby because they pay for you a hotel, and usually there's a bunch of creators in the daggone lobby that you get to run into, you and meet. If you knew, you kind of run into people that you probably don't know, because that's what happened with me. I think I ended up seeing Joey. I knew Joey 2K, but I didn't know pretty much nobody else that was there. But you know me, I was loud. I ain't care. I was gonna still be me. But you come in, they check you into your hotel room. You actually get to go check your hotel room out. They usually do a good job with the hotels. They pick nice hotels. Then you have to meet back downstairs for like a briefing, a kind of quick briefing of what's going on, and to get your little swag stuff. So this is where you actually probably get to meet, or at least with mine, I got to meet Evan, IRL, and then Stacks was there too. I got to meet Stack. And then we come in, they line us up. We come in, we go get our controllers. We got hoodies, a little jersey. Now some other people got rings and backpacks and stuff like that. So you go in there, you get this stuff, then they give you the breakdown of what time to be downstairs and all this other stuff, and what you can post and what you can't post when it comes to, you know, your swag stuff. So you're allowed to post that stuff. Then you're allowed to say, usually they wait till the evening to allow you to be able to say, hey, I'm at Community Day, stuff like that. So then after that, you might hang out with some of the creators. I ended up hanging out with Koza and Spiel from 2K Lab. I ended up hanging out with those guys. We went out and grabbed a bite to eat. I ended up seeing Uncle Demi and them out there eating too, chilling at the little same restaurant we went to. So it's pretty fun. So then the next day coming, this is the day that they actually bring you to the event wherever it's gonna be at. Now mine was at the Basketball Hall of Fame. We was at Massachusetts. I forgot what part of Massachusetts it was, but wherever the basketball thing in Springfield, Massachusetts, we were there. Or Connecticut, Massachusetts, one of them. I forgot. Don't judge me, y'all. Don't judge me. So we get on the bus. Everybody hop on the bus. I actually got to meet Cheese this time. Cheese is a dope dude, man. Cool dude. So you get there, you ride on the bus, you get to Community Day, or to the event where Community Day is. Now, for NBA 2K24, they did it in New York. Now, I don't know exactly where, but they had the big boys out there when they did the New York one. We was the small gang right there. I guess we didn't have all the special, you know, stuff going on, but they had Adam Silver there, they had Duke Dennis, they had, like, it was crazy. Same thing with 2K23. They did 2K23 in LA. They had big creators there and everything like that. So you get to the event and then you sit there. They usually have some kind of breakfast or something there for you to be able to eat. Now, they ain't got the good breakfast. I was looking for some sausages and some bacon and some eggs. Shut up, y'all. Don't be talking about I'm fat. That's just good breakfast. But they had like some sandwiches and stuff. Boy, the ladies that were working there, boy, they was all on everybody's social media. They felt so uncomfortable. Everybody got cameras running around shooting everything, and all these people just there to serve, but now they all on everybody's social media. But anyway, that was funny. But then we go into a little, we had a theater in ours. They have lobbies and other Community Days. I think in 2K24 Community Day, it was a lobby. So you go into the lobby. This is when they actually give you the embargo stuff. So we should expect to get the embargo dates probably Monday or Sunday, something like that. If Double H goes there, shout out to Double H. I got to meet him last time we were there. He was looking at me like I was crazy when I first came. Like, who this old dude being so loud? But Double H always do a vlog every time. He do a vlog, it'd be like right there. That joke would go right to his room, start editing. he don't be downstairs like that. He be putting that grind in, getting that money. But that's when we would start getting embargo dates of when stuff going to come. Now, after that, they release us. The people are actually able to go play the game. Now, when it comes to gameplay, sometimes you gotta be understanding of the situations that we're in. When I got to go to community day, we were not able to test any animation in the game unless you were just playing on a My Player in the Play Now. You could not test any dribble moves, dunks. You couldn't put anything on a player. All you had when it comes to the builder was access to the builder player and then the MyCAREER, and you still couldn't even use jump shots. Another, you had to put default, everybody had to play with default jump shots, default dribble moves. It was terrible. Now me, like I say, I said this last year and I'll say it again. I would have rather had the animations than to have the MyCAREER. Like, we could have seen the MyCAREER the day of and I'd have been just fine. But we're actually there just to play the game, to kind of build hype, to get footage of it, bring it back or whatever. Show our people. Now, you can have your own opinions, but when it comes to ours, to my community today, it was kind of hard to base an opinion on anything because we didn't get to really test anything but how the builder looked. Now, I still like the builder. I think the builder was good. I think most people understood that it was definitely more strict than it was in 2K24. It was everything else that seemed to be the issue. The animations, the clunkiness. We couldn't test none of that because we didn't actually get a chance to actually use any animations in the game. Now, this is going to be like a 7 to 9 hour window. I think we had like 9. I think they end up letting us go over to like 10 and a half hours. I sat there and spent the whole time. It was me, Koza, Spiel, Joey was coming through there, Laker fan. There's a bunch of creators were just coming through there. We were playing games with each other and everything like that, making builds, giving suggestions and stuff like that, looking at how the build will work and stuff like that. Now, after that, the creators kind of get released to go back to the hotel or to whatever space they're at. They usually have like a little powwow get together where we can go hang out, have a little sipping on. Y'all know y'all boy free sipping on too. You know, I was up that thing like up. So you do that, then you're released for to go to bed, and then the next day you fly back. And that's when everybody is just on the grind. I got to the airport. I was editing while I was in the airport. I was editing while I was on the plane. Like, I'm sitting there in the thing, and they put me in the middle seat. 2K, y'all could have did better than that. Y'all could have put me on the aisle seat, but it was last minute, so I understand. It was last minute. They invited me last minute. Now, NBA 2K has showed us the week of the 18th, which is next week, is when we're going to get events. Now, what to expect for that? First off, they always allow us to do the play now, kind of gameplay. So they always have a kind of chain, and it's kind of been the same way for the last few 2K. You're able to show the play now stuff. I doubt we're getting another Kobe challenge or Jordan challenge or something like that. So you get to do the play now and how that stuff looks. Maybe even Triple Threat Park, because I think we were able to show Triple Threat Park during that period of time. Then after that, after you get that content for that day or that next day, because it was the next day for us, then we were able to start releasing builds and the builder breakdowns, stuff like that. So that's what you can expect for Community Day. Now, for the big thing, story of the thing, no, I'm not going to Community Day. Listen, I just know how it works. But I ain't upset. Y'all know I already said I ain't believe I was going to go anyway. I was lucky to have the opportunity last year. Now, listen, we going crazy now. So next year now, I ain't gonna say I have to go, but listen, I think we're gonna be doing some special things on there. But when this information do come out, we're gonna be covering all of it here on the channel. We're gonna be live streaming. We're gonna make videos. Y'all know how I do. I like to live stream because I be liking to holler at y'all, laugh and joke and stuff like that. And we got my team and the W information coming out this week too. So when that comes out, I'm gonna be live streaming that too, sitting there chopping it up with y'all, having a good old time early in the morning. They be talking about I be too hyper early in the morning. I'm like, listen, mind your business. That's all, just mind your business. Anyway, I appreciate y'all checking out. Hopefully this opens y'all eyes up to what goes on at Community Day. Like I said, we don't actually test the game. They just allow us to play whatever version of the game that they give to us. So anyway, I'm gonna holler at y'all later, man. Peace.